Prey was a lot of fun to watch. It had a great story and interesting characters. What stood out for me was the unique setting for a science fiction movie. Relatively few are placed in America's pre-colonized era. The various characters were introduced well, and the focus onto the lead was done in a very natural way. The main character was not super powered, super skilled, or super talented. She was more observant than others and more curious. She had more ambition and eventually came out on top because she learned from her mistakes. The supporting characters were believable and interesting. It could have initially seemed like the two groups, the Native Americans and the French, were kind of amorphous, even stereotypical, but there was sufficient differentiation of characters in each of these groups. The interaction between Naru and her brother, the Predator, and the French was realistic and interesting, and there were even moments of humor to be enjoyed when the cocky and overconfident French were steadily taken out by the Predator. It goes without saying that the filming, scenery, and world building was done really well. I liked that the story was science fiction, but this wasn't the be-all and end-all. Advanced weaponry and gadgets were there, but this didn't overpower the world that was built. I really did get a lot of vibes of the original Predator, which no doubt was the intention, but Prey had its own distinctiveness, color, and flair. This was a production which successfully took the basic structure of the series, refreshed it for the present era, and also made it accessible to those who are new. If I were to recommend a movie for someone to get into sci-fi for the first time, this would probably be it. Speaking more generally, I have always been fascinated with the idea of whether there are hostile aliens far out there somewhere and what they would do if they came here. If we think about things objectively, it is clear that we are a weak civilization with many technological deficiencies. We're unable to travel with real proper speed within our own planet, let alone between our nearest planets and moons. We still cannot harness the vast, free, limitless, by human standards, power of the sun properly, and we're at a major risk of an asteroid impact wiping out everything we have ever achieved as a species. So the thought of intelligent aliens arriving here actually does scare me. What's appealing about the Predator series is how the visceral, vivid depiction of these aliens, the juxtaposition of very advanced technology with creatures who are as ruthless and bloodthirsty as humans, evokes fear and awe. 2022's Prey took a classic franchise and refreshed it with 21st century flair, creating a movie that was science fiction at its finest, a character-driven, beautifully filmed and enjoyable depiction of our worst fear, the arrival of intelligent aliens who come for sport, to hunt us.